Welcome to Wonderland Weekly, hosted by Toronto Ty. Now sit back and have a wonderful week.
Hey everyone, Toronto Ty back here at Canada's Wonderland once again for another wonderful week. This week, Oktoberfest is continuing, so definitely going to be checking out that event again, and hopefully getting a very, very good meal. Also, AlpenFury, we'll see what's happening with the construction there, although I don't imagine too much has changed from last week to this week, at least not visually. I think that the park is really focused on everything that's happening inside the mountain, and maybe some Halloween haunt preparations. We'll see. Heading into the Grand World Exposition of 1890, and the flags have been removed, but that's okay. They will return next year, I'm sure, and next year they will have some company overhead. But before that happens, overhead we have these pumpkins. Yeah! Love these pumpkins every year, and still makes me feel every single year like the park should have a pumpkin eater scare zone right here at the entrance to World Expo. Right next to the new World Passport Bar, the park does have a few evergreens here, but it looks like they will sadly have to be removed in order to make way for AlpenFury. There are a couple markings on the ground right around here, which probably indicates that that is where some footings will have to go very soon, and those will be heading into the Skyflyer loop, which, by the way, let's get a closer look at that. Around AlpenFury's Skyflyer loop, or at least the future home of it, looks like the park has made some additional progress on it, but also they seem to have started preparing the stage for Skeleton Crew. I wasn't even sure if that show was going to return because last I checked, it's not on the Halloween Haunt website, but awesome if it is returning. Yeah, very, very interesting that it is going to be right here in the middle of a construction site. That's going to be fun. Right in front of Time Warp, the park has closed off this pathway, but Time Warp does remain open, of course. No, the park is just preparing for Halloween Haunt and Necropolis, which is a phenomenal scare zone. Really, really glad that the park is bringing it back this year because I think it was really well done, and just really looking forward to experiencing it again in just a couple weeks. Right on the border of World Expo and Action Zone, the park is preparing for Vampire Disco. Yeah, that is always a fun time during Halloween Haunt. And the Blood Bar looks like it is returning as well. So yeah, again, looking forward to this in just a couple weeks. Right between Yukon Striker and Tundra Twister, right next to Gold Rush Junction and Mess Hall, the park has done something a little unexpected. They've put in a brand new bar right outside of Splashworks, and it is called the Fool's Gold Bar. I really like the name. Still don't love that the park is adding so many bars all over the place. But yeah, there you go, another bar. Another scare zone is in progress, and that is, of course, Trick or Treat Street. I do really, really love that the park relocated this scare zone and expanded it. Yeah, I think that it works a lot better along this pathway. And yeah, there are a few things back here. Best in Show, Bobbing for Ankles, and Piñata. So that is really, really awesome to see those behind the scenes. I'm guessing waiting to be installed here as part of Trick or Treat Street. I'm so looking forward to Haunt. It is always such a phenomenal, fun time here at the park. Heading out of Planet Snoopy, and it is time for another very sad edition of Tree Talk with Toronto Ty. And for this edition of Tree Talk, last week, I talked about the trees between Shockwave and its queue, all of those being removed. But, you know, we still had all the ones between Shockwave and The Fly. Well, that's no longer the case. Yeah, no, all of those, all of the evergreens have been removed, which is just tragic. All of those phenomenal near-miss elements on Shockwave are now gone, except for the one with the fly, of course, which is, I mean, that's not going anywhere, and that is phenomenal. But, yeah, no, this is tragic, in my opinion. I'm very, very sad. So very, very good friend of the channel, Adventures with Parker. Make sure that you are subscribed to his channel. He does awesome content from more than just Wonderland. Yeah, it is, he asked for me at the Roller Coasters A event happening here at the park today. And apparently the park will not be replacing these trees. Well, they won't be replacing them with evergreens. They were removed because of AlpenFury's construction, and they will be replaced by other foliage, probably some bushes and things like that. But no, the evergreens are gone. Those are just done, and that is just it is so sad to me. I love these trees so much. I love the near miss element, and they are now gone. Also, that tree right there, which I love that they have kept it so far, but I did see an orange marking on it, so I don't know if that one's going to last either. We'll have to see. I think we're going to have a lot more sad tree talks coming up in the next few weeks. Outside of my favorite roller coaster, Wild Beast, you can tell we're getting close to spooky season because the statue out front now has the skeleton cowboy riding on top of it. That is wonderful to see. Really, really love this feature every year. More Halloween prep outside of Leviathan as the statue here, which does have the mist working, which is phenomenal to see it lasting all year. Yeah, it does have a skeleton of its own here. That is really, really fun. Back at Oktoberfest, I got the schnitzel, which is always amazing. And of course, I did get a refill on a previous year's Stein, so that is awesome. Yeah, definitely gonna have a fun time here today. Heading through the area soon to be known as AlpenFest, and in a couple weeks, it will be CarnEvil. Love, love, love all the string lights overhead. Glad to see those already in place. But this year, the park has strung them up a little differently. Now, they have set up these stands for lampposts that will hold up the string lights. So that is very, very interesting. And I think will actually be really, really good as an extra place for the scarers to hide behind and pop out from behind. So that should be really, really excellent. Also, there are these decorations on the lampposts, which I can't remember if the park upgraded these last year or not, but they do really remind me of what is at Dorney Park. Absolutely love this, and hopefully CarnEvil gets a lot of love this year because it is, of course, at least one of, if not the greatest scare zone here at Canada's Wonderland. This is very interesting. The park has shifted the fence line around AlpenFury's first launch. And I'm not sure exactly why that is, but I wouldn't be surprised if the park is preparing a staging area in this area for some supports and track before they get installed. Obviously, all that has to sit somewhere as they bring the cranes in and everything to assemble everything. So wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, and maybe we'll see some track and supports here in the next week, or maybe just a few weeks. We'll have to wait and see. Looking into Wonder Mountain through the hole close by to Vortex's lift hill, and I noticed this in one of Thrill Warrior's recent videos. It looks like between these two doorways, the segment of wall that the park has to remove, looks like that might have actually been removed by now. So that is excellent to see that kind of progress. That is the area where AlpenFury's track will begin its ascent into the vertical section of the blast out the top of the mountain. So yeah, I don't know, maybe you can tell a little bit clearer than I can. Is that a gap in the wall between those two doors? I feel like it is. Right next to Vortex's lift hill, and its incredible flyover moment there. This evergreen that is right next to its lift hill, it has a bit of orange spray paint, and that is very, very alarming to me. I really, 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 really hope that the park isn't planning to remove this one because it is so awesome. Oh my goodness, please no. Please tell me it isn't so. Well, that'll about do it for this week here at Canada's Wonderland. It was another absolutely wonderful day. I got to enjoy some food from Oktoberfest, and while I was doing so, got to chat with Parker from Adventures with Parker, which is always phenomenal. He is such a great guy, and make sure that you do go over and subscribe to his channel if you aren't already subscribed. So that was really, really awesome. Got to check in on the progress of AlpenFury. Yeah, its construction, and a lot of Halloween haunt preparations going on. So that is great to see as well. Yeah, I think that'll about do it for this week. Next week is more Oktoberfest and probably more Halloween haunt preparations. So that is awesome. Yeah, if you want to make sure to see all of that, as well as coverage of future events and trees here at Canada's Wonderland, do make sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, as always, have a good one.
If you like this video, you can now buy me a hot chocolate at buymeacoffee.com. I also love hearing your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for your continued support, and be sure to subscribe for more wonderful videos.